Netflix's new Australian Western series Territory is finally out, and here are all of the show's known filming locations explained. Territory is a major show from the streaming service, with it being Netflix's biggest Australian production yet. The epic Western transports audiences to the Australian wilderness, with it showing off various locales that can be found within the country. Due to much of Territory being filmed on location in Australia, the Netflix series has a lot of filming locations, and here is a breakdown of each one that is known and what it stands for. Territory has been referred to as an Australian succession set in the Western genre, with the series following the Lawson family as they fight over who will be the next head of the world's largest cattle station, Marianne Station. The familial rivalry quickly escalates into something much more dangerous, as the cast of Territory realizes that mobsters, major corporations, and a murder scheme have all become part of the fight over who will take over. Territory has been critically acclaimed since its release of Netflix, with many fans wondering where the show was actually filmed. Tipperary Station. Marianne Station. Tipperary Station is a massive real-world cattle station that is located in the Northern Territory, with it being prominently featured in the Netflix series Territory. The station was first established in 1914, with it growing over its 110-year existence into the massive station that is still operating today. The massive facility features 72 paddocks that are each around 30 kilometers, 7,413 acres, highlighting the massive scale of the location. In Territory, Tipperary Station stood in for the fictional Marianne Station that serves as the main setting of the show. Tipperary Station was transformed into the cattle business that the Lawson dynasty has run for generations, with most of the buildings and infrastructure being seen at the real-life station. As it turns out, many of the employees who work at Tipperary Station acted as extras in Territory, highlighting how closely Netflix worked with the facility, IF Magazine. Kakadu National Park. Northern Territory Wilderness. Still from Territory. Kakadu National Park is another location that was prominently featured in Territory, with the locale being located in the Northern Territory of Australia. The World Heritage Site is known for its beautiful landscapes and wildlife, making it a perfect match for an Australian Western series like Territory. Many scenes in Territory take place in unspecified plots of wilderness in the Northern Territory, with many of these being filmed at Kakadu National Park. The series got special permissions from the traditional owners of Kakadu National Park in order to bring production there, with many of the show's most memorable scenes most likely being filmed in the national park. Moolalla, Adelaide Plains. Various locations. Still from Territory. The town of Moolalla and the nearby Adelaide Plains were also used as filming locations for Netflix's Territory, with a variety of settings within these locations being used. Adelaide Studios, a production facility for projects like Netflix's Territory, was used for various indoor sequences as well as being utilized for post-production purposes, via We Are SA. Territory's towns and buildings used locations from Moolalla and the surrounding Adelaide Plains area in order to bring its world to life, with much of the Netflix show being thanks to these locations, via Greater SA. Darwin, Northern Territory. Various locations. Still from Territory. The city of Darwin in the Northern Territory of Australia was another location that was prominently featured in Territory. Darwin is the capital city of Northern Australia, with it being one of the most recognisable cities in the country. It has not been specified exactly which locations use the locales and buildings of Darwin, although viewers from the area may recognise some buildings and other locations throughout the show. Outback, South Australia. Various locations. The final filming location that has been revealed for Netflix's Territory is the Outback in South Australia. The Outback is one of the largest and most well-known areas of wilderness in the world, so when Territory needed to film the Australian wilderness, it made sense to go here. While watching Territory, it is difficult to tell exactly what scenes were filmed in the Outback and what scenes were filmed in Kakadu National Park. However, it is clear that the world of Territory wouldn't be the same without the Outback and South Australia as a whole,